Well, good evening, everyone, and it's finally here. It seems like forever after the last game of last year, but the 2024 edition of the Rejoice Christian Eagles football has arrived. Hello and welcome to the Rejoice Christian Eagles Coaches Show. I'm Bill Bush, joined by my wingman, Mark Kirk, and of course, head coach of the Rejoice Eagles, Brent Marley, and as always, Todd Whitten back there behind the camera and the controls. We're coming to you live. Schaefer, and right up the middle goes Noah, and he busts through and touchdown! Back to pass the scale, looking over to his left. He got his man there, and it's Tristan Willis, and he may be gone to the races. He makes one man miss. He's down to 5. Touchdown! Rejoice Christian Eagles, as Tristan White did a lot of that on his own, making several men miss. Well, good evening and welcome everyone to the Buffalo Wild Wings Rejoice Christian Eagles Coaches Show, coming to you from Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 9263 North Owasso Expressway here in Owasso. I'm Bill Bush, joined by my wingman Mark Kirk and head coach Brent Marley. And coach, 1 down, 3 to go. The Eagles opened up playoff really with a dominating second half to break open what was a tight game and beat the Morrison Eagles in the first round of playoff action 48-20, which means that the Eagles advance to the quarterfinals where they'll take on the Hooker Bulldogs next week at Rejoice. But before we talk about that game, we're going to recap, quick recap of the Morrison game, and I'll say quick because we're going to try to move through this quick.
We got a lot of stuff.
We got a lot of stuff going on. If you notice down next to Mark or whatever, if you can see on screen, I can't exactly see what you're seeing, but we've got some empty seats down there and some headsets, and we've got some special guests that are going to be part of the show tonight. But again, when the game started out, I mean, it looked like it was a dogfight, and it looked like we were going to be in a dogfight before the second half broke things open.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they came out with both barrels raised and were coming right at us. And, hats off to them. Their game plan was well executed in that first half, and we needed to be challenged. I think we came out with our four-man front and wanted to kind of see, do what we do and see how well we could do it versus an offense that had, tight end and wings and just the way that they came out at us. But our hats off to Coach Eckel, our defensive coordinator, Coach Blizzard, Coach Warren, Coach Johnson, our defensive staff for the halftime adjustments that they made, and actually started making those adjustments in the second quarter just before halftime, and it really showed up in a big way. I think they rushed for 200 and we'll have the numbers in a little bit, but 180 or 90 was in the first half, and I think there was like 50 in the second half.
Yeah, it was low.
So, actually, we were reading the stats at the end of the first half saying this is against Rejoice's defense. I mean, it was the most rushing yards we'd seen in a long, long time. Yeah. I think you could probably add the last five games together and not get to that. But, it was a lot in the first half, that's for sure.
Well, the Wildcats took the opening kickoff, and they drove to the Eagles' 39-yard line and had it. And on 4th and 2, Hope Wilson made a great play while fighting off a block. And he was able to, for a measurement, so here we are, right? The game started. Inches, 4 inches. It wasn't much. It was
close.
Barely, but just a great job by Hope to get off his block to go do that. The Eagles went up 7-0 when Morrison. First of all, Morrison didn't really care for the call. I don't know if it was their sideline or one of their players.
Somebody had an issue.
And they got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike. And on 3rd and 12 from the 50-yard line, Cam hit Z at the 40. And after a great catch, made a couple of great moves. It was fun to watch, and it was off to the races. And unless you're a racehorse, that's a bad situation for you because you're not going to win that one because he truly can fly, and he ran it in from basically a 50-yard pitch and catch for our big play of the game. and the score. And I say the big play because, one, it was a big play, 50 yards.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, to be able to right then plant your foot, and just some of the moves that he made on that was just that was just fun to watch.
Camion threw that ball kind of high, and Z jumped up and caught it. And as he's in the air, the defender was on his back riding him on the way down. And as soon as he hit the ground, the defender wasn't strong enough to make the tackle, and he spun off. And on film, there's 4 Morrison guys closed him in with the sideline. And I paused it watching it late Friday night. I'm like, how does he get out of this?
That's exactly what was.
How did that happen?
Cut back and swam, and then it was like a missile when he hit the hit the next level. But.
So it was 7-6 when the Wildcats drove it right back down the field and scored on a 75-yard drive, but their 2-point conversion failed. And that was all the scoring in the first quarter. I mean, it's a 76 ball game. We've got a fight on our hands. Morrison actually went up 14-7 after a great kickoff return by Alex Yorman. The Eagles were set up at the Wildcat 47. They drove to the 40 when Noah got stripped of the ball. The Wildcats ended up driving 80 yards for the touchdown. This time the 2-point conversion was good. I mean, we go ahead and take that in, and it may just change the whole outcome of that first half. But again, you couldn't really even tell on film exactly what happened, but I'm guessing they were stripping at the ball and just pulled it out.
Yeah, they blitzed A-gap and caught us at the wrong time, and Noah had just gotten the handoff. And I think that, watching it live, I was waiting for the whistle to blow because forward progress had stopped.
Sure. Yeah.
And, and then, I guess, you see Noah, they'll run through so many. We'll talk about that later.
We normally don't want it to stop. We normally don't want that whistle to go.
Right. Yeah, because that happened later on the first.
But when that ball came out, I wanted that play to be blown dead.
But not when he scored a touchdown later on something similar.
But that was a new experience for Rejoice. We'd only been behind one time I can think of all year long. That was in Cash Hall game.
I don't know if we.
Well, it's definitely good for us. And
getting hit in the mouth.
More moments like that this game, and just being behind and having to. Okay, where are you at? I mean, our body language was a little concerning to me at that point, and then, we immediately got the ball back and went down and well, I'll let you talk about it.
Well, yeah, because Luke Kirkpatrick, he recovered an onside kick. I guess that's probably after they kicked it off to Alex. I mean, it's not like they hadn't seen him on film doing it. They probably thought, okay, we're not going to kick it to that guy anymore because he's going to break it, which he has done a couple times already this year. But so they tried the onside kick, and Luke Kirkpatrick recovered at the Wildcat 48. The Eagles went on a 6-play drive and scored on a 6-yard TD run by Goodwin, and the PAT by Andrus was good. That tied it up at 14-all. And then the Eagles went up 21-14 after what looked like a pick six by Luke Schaefer, which, they called pass interference, but it's one of these to where they're both checking, hands. I thought it was a great interception. We thought it was, again, like I say, a pick six, but we were able to, the D was able to force a turnover on downs at their own 46-yard line, and they scored on 2 plays when Camion found Neil Lieber running just wide open down the middle of the field and just threw a dime in stride for a 50-yard touchdown with 16 ticks left in the second half. I mean, he was so wide open. But I will say this, though. When you go back and look at film, it had to be a perfect pass because there was somebody between Camion, and he puts it over his head, and he did another one like that too. Yeah. But it throws it over his head, and then Neil just turns.
So that was our third TD, right? And our second one was the Holt Wilson. So the Holt Wilson throw, right when Camion threw it for the second TD, I thought it was going to be intercepted.
Well, the second TD was whenever Goodwin went in for a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
so I'm going
to
Holt was later in the third. Yeah. So Neil was the third one right before halftime.
Right.
We didn't know if Neil was going to have enough gas to get to that ball because he had just ran deep the play before.
Right.
And he came back and just got lined up, and we're like, oh, my, this is a stutter and go for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's got enough to even stutter here. And, boy, he went and got the ball, and Camion, he did, like you said, through it.
Well, and Bill and I both said everybody's looking for the outside because we got Holt screamed down.
And I'm watching the outside.
We're watching the outside, and I said, Neal's wide open in the middle.
Yeah,
and
about that time.
Cam dropped the ball up to him, just like.
And then came in and thought, oh, yeah, you're right. He is wide open in the middle. Yeah. So that ended the half with the Eagles up 21-14. And the good thing about it was that we were going to get the kickoff coming in the second half. So that always bodes well to have a lead and then be getting the ball back.
Right.
The Wildcat tried another onside kick when Tanner Piazza dragged Karam off of ZZ. I mean, it just took a wicked hop and off of ZZ's hands. And then, like I say, Tanner was there just waiting for it and recovered at the Eagles 45. The Eagles were able to score on 8-play drive on another great toss by Cam to Holt. That's the one you were talking about.
Yes.
And that's the one where he threw it where only Holt could catch it. Because Holt, again, I mean, and folks, if you think that, we just got lucky, this isn't the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
Because the same thing happened in a game earlier where Holt high points the ball. He's got good defense around him, but Cam just throws it. He knows that Holt is going to be able to jump up and be able to get an extra 2 feet on the defender.
Yes, he did. And Holt's, I've always, we've been talking about that this year, but Holt's kind of the X factor, and he brings a lot to the table. He's sneaky, fast, and good, and has great hands. And Camion put that ball, like you said, Bill,
Perfect.
just right over the defender, and where only Holt could get it, and made a great play.
Well, I think what Cam's done, and again, when you see it the first time, you're thinking, oh, man, we got lucky because Holt was able to go.
We get lucky
I think
a lot.
he knows where Holt is going to be,
Yep.
and so he doesn't throw it where Holt is.
Right.
He throws it where he knows that Holt, okay, if I throw this 2 feet above, everybody's thinking, oh, he's overthrown everybody.
Yeah.
No, because Holt's down there.
Right.
And
that's
same
the luxury
thing with
of the quarterback and your catch radius is, I got ZZ or Holt out there.
Yeah.
I can throw it up.
Where's that bubble? Is it
I
here,
can throw
or
it
is
at
it
the bottom
here?
of the scoreboard,
Yeah, exactly. And there's a good chance it's going to get caught. So that put the Eagles up 28-14 with that. And then the Eagles forced a 3-and-out, and they were able to drive 55 yards on 13 plays, culminating in a 5-yard TD run again by Goodwin for his. That was his his second TD of the night. The PAT by Andrus was good. The Eagles are up 35-14. That ended third quarter scoring. Going into the fourth quarter, the Eagles, they finished their 4-play, 41-yard drive when Noah would not be denied, and this is the one you're talking about. He just kept – it looked like he was stopped right in the middle of the line, and you're thinking, okay, well, they're going to blow the whistle dead. They didn't.
Don't blow that whistle. Don't blow that whistle.
And all of a sudden, he pops out to the right side and just – I mean, he's just bowling over guys anyway.
Kept his legs going, and the
Pops it
O-line was driving, and he was driving, and, it was just a great play because the surge just kept moving towards the goal line, and it kind of reminded me of the tush push the Philadelphia Eagles
that's
do.
what it kind of looked like, too.
It was
Definitely.
the Noah
or
push.
scrum,
So,
scrum.
Yeah, and then he just pops it out. So the Eagles go up 42-14 on, like I say, Noah's third touchdown of the night. The Eagles went up 48-14 after the kickoff. The Wildcats started on their own 23-yard line, and then on 2nd and 8, Z just cut the route for an interception, and the 41-yard line returned it to their 15. But a holding call set us back to the 30 on 1st and goal. Noah busted over from the 1-yard line for his 4th TD of the night, and the PAT failed. But right before that, that was just like on a counter, is where Noah cut back and went 22 yards. I thought he was going to score on that, but it was it was 1st and 23. I mean, 1st and 10, and he goes 22, and he needed 23. Well, he got it on the next one for his 4th touchdown of the night. And then Morrison, we're able to get on the board one more time towards the end of the game and score and then the Eagles were able to run out the clock for a final score of 48-20. So you mentioned it a little bit, but we kind of went right by it. Again, we're going to have some special guests here in a little bit, and so we're maybe flying by some of this when we normally would take a little bit of time. But at halftime, you guys are up 21-14, and like you said, the coaches already kind of made adjustment on the fly on the defense. But what are they saying to the guys? I mean, that's got to be a little bit different locker room than the past 4 games, because then you're just trying to think of something. All right, how can we inspire these guys to keep going even though it's a blowout? Because now we're in a dogfight only up by a touchdown.
Well, number one, you don't want anybody to panic. I mean, staying calm, and unruffled in that situation is huge. And that's what we told them is just the coaches are making some adjustments. We'll talk defense in just a minute. This is good for us. This is good for us. I mean, that's what we were telling them. This is actual football, guys. This is trading punches. This is all what the games people love to watch. Bounce back. And now you're in one, so what are you worth? Or what are you going to do right here? I mean, and this is a test that we hadn't been in, like you said, for so long. And so this test is going to have to happen. And I don't think it'll be the last time.
No.
If we're going to be able to keep
Not
going.
Not at this point in the season.
And so we're going to be tested this Friday. And so that's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
So what, now what? And what are you made of?
Well, I mean, for me, I saw two well-coached teams. I mean, Morrison took some hits and they responded. You guys took some hits and you responded. Like you said, some of the body language, like, oh, they're down a bit, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Everybody came right back up and they fought, and it was a great first half of football. So if you love football, that's what it was all about.
That's the greatest thing about the game, because you think about life. Like, you have good days, and then all of a sudden adversity hits, and then you have bad days, and then you may be in a rut for a long time. You're in a season of life that you're battling this, battling that, feeling like the enemy's attacking you. And, and Jesus said that when you have tribulation, to be of good cheer, and that we have to choose to have that good cheer when we're amidst the storm, right? And football just gives you the microcosm of adversity, bounce back. Adversity, bounce back.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
And the community's behind it, and the crowd, and everybody feels it, and then we're down, and then we're up, and then we're down. And it's just a really cool
ebb
deal.
and flow, yeah.
It was great.
And
I
did forget to mention that when the Eagles were up 35-14, where we had when on Noah's touchdown. Before that, I mean, after we kicked off, the Wildcats on their very next series, after that TD, Hope Wilson stepped in front of a Wildcat receiver for an interception.
Great
and
pick.
The Eagles, it was a great pick. He bobbled it and he was going down, was able to haul it in, and again stop that drive. So, I mean, those are huge because it keeps them from going down the field to even trying to make the game a little bit closer, and
right.
It gives you the opportunity as it did, because we were able to take that from their 41 and score, and now you're, instead of possibly 35-21, well, now it's 42-14.
That's right.
And now you can, I always tell Mark, well, you can go ahead and get the hammer out, because we're going to start nailing in some nails here.
Well, those turnovers, I mean, they're such huge momentum shifters.
They are.
And I mean, how are we doing on plus or minus for turnovers?
For the year?
I think we're doing really good.
Doing pretty good.
And I think we're seeing the benefits of that, and we can see it certainly on Friday night. It just, as Morrison start to build a little momentum, get those turnovers in there, and just really start it over again.
Yep.
Flips that hourglass upside down and start running the other way again.
It does.
And it really makes a huge difference in the way that you really attack the game from that point forward. And it was, like I said, it was, as far as the first half of that game was probably the best football we've seen all year long, as far as going back and forth.
It was fun. It was fun. It's always good to be ahead, but it was a fun ball game. Looking at some of the stats on the offense, passing, it was Camion was 8 for 11, no interceptions, for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kenyon Twilliger 2 for 2 for 21 yards. Receiving, it was ZZ, 5 catches for 107 yards, and with one of those being that dynamic 50-yard touchdown run, 40 of which were yards after catch. Which was good for us, for the Jersey Mike's big player of the game. Neil Lieber had that one catch, 50 yards for that touchdown, and then Hope Wilson, one catch for a 30-yard touchdown. Those are pretty good averages. Rushing, it was our Jersey Mike's offensive player of the game. Noah Goodwin, 15 carries, hard running, 98 yards and 4 touchdowns. And again, you can't stress how much it, as far as his running, just how hard he runs.
He ran super physical Friday night.
And it almost seems like he runs harder even the later the game. It's almost like he builds on that, and he's running as hard or harder in the second part of the game than he is in the first part.
I think as he's wearing the other side down,
and I've always
becomes more effective.
I'm a huge Cowboys fan, right? They're playing here right now. I'm trying not to watch the game, by the way. But I was a huge Emmitt Smith fan when I was growing up. Emmitt Smith was one that he got better and better the longer the game went on. And I've always admired that when a running back just starts at the end,
Yeah.
just pulling away and just getting better.
Well, because everybody else is getting tired, and he's going, okay, I'm putting it in the second gear here.
Yep.
Here we go. And then, of course, Camion.
He was running hard, too.
Great
He's
job on the
definitely
ground, making some
a lot
great
stronger in his runs.
Makes some great decisions on when to pull it and keep it, and had 92 yards on 12 carries. Martin, what does the defense look like?
Well, on defensive side, again, another fantastic game. It's kind of getting ridiculous, some of these stats. It's like, is this a video game or just real life? But it's real life. So our defensive player of the game for the night was Cade Schaefer. Again, probably one of the best game, if not the best game he's had all year long, as far as numbers go, for sure. And Cade had 24 tackles, 9 solo. And then as if that one, we also had Luke stepping in there too. So we've got our version of the Bowen brothers from OU. So,
yeah.
So anyway,
we got the super
twins,
Schaefer twins.
So Luke had 15 tackles, 9 solo, 39 tackles between two of them in one game. That's
one game.
Unreal.
That's not a season. That's one game.
And then you got the whole rest of the team playing too. And then we had all these other guys. Kenyon, another big night, 14 tackles, 4 solo. Max, 12 tackles, 6 solo, 1 for a loss. Neil Lieber, 10 tackles, 6 solo, 1 for a loss. Holt Wilson, 8 tackles, 3 solo, an interception, a pass breakup. Tristan Willis, 8 tackles, 2 solo, 1 for a loss. Trey Sanchez, 7 tackles, 4 solo. Camion, 7. And Camion's been lowering the boom on some guys too. 7 tackles, 4 solo, and a pass breakup. And then Zizi, 6 tackles. He made a couple of hard hits too. And everybody was hitting that net.
Yeah.
6 tackles, 4 solo, and of course the interception. 5 guys in double digits as far as tackles go.
People were wondering, how does that happen? Well, at halftime they had ran 40-something plays,
a bunch of plays,
and we had ran 14, I think.
Yeah.
So they definitely ran a lot of plays.
Yeah. Well, it certainly looked like you guys had the team ready to play, and the defensive coaches, like you said, they made great adjustments at halftime to shut down the Wildcats in the second half. They just weren't able to stop us. So instead of trading the scores, we just keep adding up and we're able to pull away in the second half. And then, of course, that brings us up to this week. These guys are going to be they're going to be wanting to get after us. We play Hooker this week.
Yeah, and we played them before, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. I think
about a little less than a year ago.
Yeah, and that's really all you need to know. It's Hooker. And about this week's opponent, I think it says that we played you guys in week 8, and it was awesome to feel the energy. I'm trying to think who that was. Week 8. Who'd you play in week 8, Coach?
This year, week 8 would have been, I believe it's Shoto.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shoto amazing. Yep.
A shout out to somebody watching this over at Shoto, wishing us good luck on bringing home the gold ball again this year. But
awesome.
Before we even get to that, you got Hooker.
We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. And I don't have we ever played Hooker before last year?
That was the first time.
Yeah.
It almost happened multiple times in the playoffs for years, and it just never worked out.
And so here we are playing them 2 years in a row. The upcoming game on Friday night, it's going to be against the team that the Eagles beat last year for the first state football championship in Rejoice history, and there is no doubt that left a bad taste in their mouth, in Hooker's mouth. And all the talk was going to be about how no one was going to be able to compete with them and how they were going to, they were the top-ranked team. And by all rights, they deserved that top ranking. And now the shoe's on the other foot, though, because now Rejoice goes in as the top-ranked team. And I'm sure that they've got this one circled on their calendar as playoffs started, thinking, guys, here we get our chance for some redemption. And they're going to have revenge on their mind. And you look at this year's pairings, and it's all 1 and 2s. There were no upsets in the first round. It was all either the winners of the districts or the runner-ups in the district. So, and everybody advanced to the quarters. And they come into this week's game with a 9-2 record, with their only loss coming at the hands of Fairview, who is a really good team. If you've seen them on film, they won the district, and just the opposite of last year when Hooker won the district, and we got last year's second-place finisher in Fairview. So what do the ranked number 6 Hooker Bulldogs look like this year? Because I know they lost some of their players, but I think they've still got they've got the quarterback that played against us.
Yes.
coming back. They've got the big tailback coming back against us.
Yep.
Big number 12. I mean, he can catch the ball and he can fly. What are some of the things as far as their as far as their offense and us being able to have to stop?
Yeah, I mean, they bring some key pieces back. Number 6, the quarterback, like you said, he's a dual threat kid. He's throwing the ball better this year. He's really, putting it on people, and that's noticeable on film. I mean, he's
because they didn't throw it much against us in the state. I mean, they tried, but they weren't just real successful at that time.
No, and that day was kind of the passing. The wind was like 25 miles an hour.
The wind was blowing hard.
It was a rough day, but he has improved a lot and throwing the ball. He's an extremely fast kid. And then 22, Justin Palacios, is a great running back. They're using him at running back and then at slot and moving him around, and he's a good receiver as well.
Yeah.
And so, and then one of their best linemen last year, number 69, he's number 5 now. They moved him to sniffer, tight end, and they're utilizing him in blocking schemes and some screens and things like that. And, they just believe. They believe. They're and rightfully so. They've been in the state championship 2 years in a row, and they're always up there at the top, and they've done a great job. I mean, they're very balanced. There's been games where they've ran for 400 or 500 yards, and there's been games they've thrown for 250, 300.
Wow.
And so it's kind of like you pick your poison. So we've got to be, we've got to defense the whole side. I mean, whether it's throwing the ball or running the ball, we're going to have to be sound.
Yeah, 100%. And defensively, I ask this every show, but we're just going to run our offense. And if you can stop us, great. If not, we're just going to run our offense. Any changes coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we always have a few tweaks, things that we've not maybe shown, some turbos we haven't ran. We try to see what other people have done against them that, okay, I kind of like that. We have that or a variation of that. So just trying to find things like that. And then, offense is more we were talking about this in the office the other day. One of our coaches was saying that defensive coordinators make their money, Sunday through Thursday, but offensive coordinators make their money on Friday nights.
Right.
And so they've shown multiple fronts. They've done a lot of different things on defense. And I don't know if that's because they're trying to find their identity or if they just have taught a whole bunch of stuff and they're bouncing around into different looks. Whether that's a 4-man front, 5-man front, definitely like they've ran, or a 3-man front odd stack. They've just done some different things.
Well, if you got enough talent on your side, you can do things like that. Get away with it. So.
Right. So we're just going to have to be prepared and just focus on do what we do.
Yeah.
And take care of the football.
And just like I say, looking on film and stuff, again, which is no surprise, we're in the quarterfinals, but it's going to be the toughest team that we have played since Cashion.
Yeah.
But it
easily
the toughest team in Class A that we faced. Yeah. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. Well, we have got a special treat here. We're going to have Coach Marley, and we told you we got some special guests. We're going to have about probably, I think, 6 or 7 of the seniors that are going to come up and sit down at the table with Coach Marley. We're going to let him do a little bit of interviewing and let him introduce some of these guys to you. You see them all the time with their helmets on, but now you're going to get to see their ugly mugs without the helmets on and see what these guys that you cheer for on a regular basis, what they actually look like. So don't go anywhere. Give us about, 90 seconds, to 2 minutes. And
it'd take me that long to get out of the chair.
Yeah, that's right. That's why. Well, I said I was going to say 1 minute, 90 seconds, and then I thought, well, it's going to take us a little bit to get out. Just give us a couple minutes. We'll get all these guys back in here, get them situated, and have Coach Marley do his interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Show. I've got some amazing guys here with me right now, part of our senior group of 12. Looks like we've got 5 of them here, so I'm grateful for you guys being here. I'm going to start it off. We're just going to go down the row, and you're going to I want you guys to introduce, say your name, jersey number, and positions you play. So we'll start right here with Noah.
All right, hi. I'm Noah Goodwin, number 40, and I play running back, linebacker.
Andrews, number 51. I'm a kicker, and I play tackle on the offensive line.
My name's Neil. I'm number 7, and I play linebacker and slot receiver.
I'm Hanson, number 55. I play left guard, center, and right guard. I'm Tristan White. I'm number 8, and I play defensive end and wide receiver.
Awesome. Okay, good deal. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Just going to kind of go through this, and anybody can speak up and kind of bounce around. But one of y'all tell me, how does this year so far seem different than last year?
I think it's kind of cool because, in the past we've had all the seniors and you really look up to them like they're the leaders. And now it doesn't feel right that we're the leaders. But then it's important for us to step up and be the example to the younger guys and, show them what the hard work is and what it's like to take a hit and stuff like that. So
it's good.
It's cool.
Anybody else have anything on that?
I mean, I feel like we're definitely on the D-line. I feel like we're a little bit faster than we were last year. Just a little bit faster, and we're really physical up there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, next question. Somebody tell me your favorite memory so far with Rejoice football, just being a part of the program.
Let me get this one. My favorite memory. So it's my first year playing, right? So every year we have like a senior lock-in, and my favorite memory is this like midnight lift that we did. Yeah, hit a PR on the bench, and yeah, it was fun.
The midnight lock-in.
Yep.
That was good.
Lift,
That was great.
Does that have to be this year specific?
No, just yeah.
Okay. I would have to go with Thursday night dinners we used to have. Every Thursday night we go out, have dinner together as a team, go out to a player's house. Those were always really fun.
That's cool. You guys got anything?
I remember being chased by Aiden Wadley. He was trying to get me in the back of his truck to do something stupid.
Okay. Okay. That was on the school campus?
That was on a Thursday night dinner.
Oh, okay. Thursday night.
Chased
all
me
the
into the
fun things
Patriot
happen
golf
Thursday
course
night.
that night.
Okay, I'm glad it wasn't on campus, so okay, that's good. It's funny when I asked that question, not one of you guys say, well, when we won district or we won state, it's always the lock-ins or going bowling or dinners or things like that. So that's undefeated in doing that.
I also enjoyed shooting you in paintball.
Shooting me in paintball? I don't know if you got me or not.
I did.
Yeah, actually, I did get shot a couple times this past year. But I've always loved playing paintball with you guys, and so that's been awesome. We've done that every year, so that's a cool deal. Let's see, what is your favorite tradition that we do with the program?
Senior lock-in obviously has to be one of them.
Senior lock-in.
Senior lock-in's
Okay.
fun. Probably, I like how we do Eagle Pals.
Eagle
It's always
Pals.
fun to just kind of make the little kids feel special and hang out with them.
Right. And so if you're watching, you don't know what that is, these guys are all assigned an elementary classroom that they go speak to them a couple Fridays a year. And that's their Eagle Pal room, and those kids come watch them play, or they'll maybe write them cards or give them candy, and they'll take them candy. But, yeah, that's our Eagle Pal program.
I like the gold bricks. I think it's cool.
Gold
I think
bricks.
it's cool that if you play good, you get recognized.
Yeah, so what Neil's talking about, the gold bricks, is we give out 2 gold bricks every time we win. We do not give them out if we lose. And so we've built a wall in our team room, and we get an offensive player of the game and a defensive player of the game. Sometimes we'll put 2 or 3 or multiple names on there, but it's called our Playmaker wall. And what's really cool is those guys can see the year and the date, the score of who we played, and different players that have came through Rejoice for the last 11 years. And what's awesome for us coaches, and we'll be able to do that with you guys, is that I can walk in that room and look at those bricks, and I can see names on it and the score and who we played, and I can remember that night and remember, why you're on there. And so anyway, that's a cool deal. Anybody, anything else? Okay, all right. Well, let me ask y'all this. So most of you guys, well, all of you guys play both ways because you have to, all right? Noah, you play running back and linebacker. You like offense? Now, Coach Eccles watching. Coach Willis is watching too. So we're going to go down the road here. You like offense or defense better, and why?
Sorry, Coach Eccles, but, I like to score. It's pretty fun. And, I like offense better.
Offense better, okay. Duncan.
I've got special teams.
I should have added that, yes, because there's 3 phases of the game.
I like special
offense, defense, special teams.
Shout out Coach J.
Special
shout out
teams.
Coach Johnson.
You know what I like about special teams with you is I like when you do kick the ball really well, but if every now and then you maybe just miss it and they come back, run it back, and you play defense and smack somebody.
That was fun.
Like you did at Warner. So anyway, you kind of mix in both offense and defense there,
Exactly.
or special teams and D. All right, Neil, offense or defense or special teams?
If you would ask me like any of the first 3 years, I definitely would have said offense, but I don't think I can pick, to be honest, because I've made more of an impact on defense this year. I mean, I don't really think there's anything better than getting the ball in your hands and making a play, but I mean, defense you can make a play every down, so I can't really pick.
Yeah, that's good. And this year you're doing a good job returning punts. So you got to think you probably like it when you run out there on punt return, don't you?
I really like it.
That's good. Okay, Hanson, what about you?
Like playing offense better.
Offense better. Okay.
Love blocking and helping Noah score touchdowns.
There you go.
Yep.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, Tristan.
Looks like I'm going to be the only defense. I love hitting people, love getting after it, chasing people down.
Yep. Well, you're doing a good job of that. Numbers show, so keep it up.
I will.
All right. Okay, guys. Big game coming up Friday night. Obviously played them last year. What do you guys think that are the key things of repeat playing hooker that we need to be focused on?
Honestly, just it's the small things like discipline, like not jumping off sides or not getting stupid penalties. That'll win or lose you a game. So staying disciplined and just kind of do what we do.
It's good.
It's a little bit cliche, but last year we loved each other so much, especially on the O-line.
Yeah.
We would just, during the game, we'd look at each other and tell each other we loved each other. We were just playing for each other the whole time, and it was really fun to see that, and all of us were just giving it our all.
Yeah.
I think that'd be important again.
Yep, definitely. That's good.
I think it's important that we stop them early on defense. Like you saw with the Morrison game, we stopped them. I mean, we started to stop them on defense, and then that makes them do something that they don't want to do, which hookers also probably doesn't want to do as much as pass the ball. So I think if we get early stops on defense, they're going to have to get out of their comfort zone, and then I think we can, that's how we run with the game.
That's good. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go off Duncan here. Just like love each other and play for each other,
Good.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to go with just making sure we stay consistent throughout the game, make sure we always get lined up, know where 22 is, know where 6 is, know where 5 is, just making sure we're calling out on defense, making sure we know who's where, and being able to take a punch, be able to give a punch, not getting timid or not getting, if we go down 14-7 again, just be able to make the same comeback, stay in it, keep fighting. Done a really good job of it all year, but just making sure we stay doing that.
That's awesome. That's good. All right, I'm going to give you a fun question here. Who is the most who's the scariest, most demanding coach on our staff?
Scariest, most demanding.
Is this like current or all time?
Right
Coach
now.
Eckel.
Coach Eccles.
Coach Eckel.
Coach Eccles.
If, on the field at least. If you mess up on defense, you do not want to mess up on defense.
They're saying
Johnson
the
on
Coach
his
Eckel
hat.
answer, which is probably the most, but I was about to say, Coach Johnson, when he gets mad. Coach Johnson's usually a really chill guy. And if you're on his good side, you're on his good side. But Coach Johnson, when he gets mad, if there's a kick that's returned on our kickoff team, nobody gets madder than him.
Y'all should have seen Coach Johnson whenever I dropped the 4x2 baton.
Oh, yeah.
He was already red, but he reached a
That was
whole
not a
other
fun one.
caliber of
Yeah.
tomato.
Yeah, I got a text on that one immediately. Yep, that's good.
That was a
Okay.
bad
All right, so you guys would probably agree with this, but what do y'all like? We're playing at home Friday night. What do y'all like about playing at Rejoice Stadium, Gibbs Field, compared to the other places we've been to? What's so special about playing at home at Rejoice?
I mean, I just love the atmosphere and the culture, and just like I love defending our home, our house. It's a great feeling. Yeah.
That's cool.
I would say we probably have the best home stadium of like anybody I've played against. We're the loudest, we're the rowdiest. You know, whenever we make a big play, you know, we make the most noise, most cheer. Like even if everybody we played like Cashel Hall, they're a 4A team. I'd say our home stand's probably louder than theirs. So just having the uproar whenever we get up there, even on the road, still sometimes louder than some of the home stands.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Anybody else?
No, I mean, just what they said.
Yeah.
Our fans are great. It's loud. Sometimes the other team can't really talk to each other. Yeah. Sometimes I can't hear the call on defense because our fans are getting so loud on a third down or something like that.
Yeah.
And then just like whenever there's a big play, just the crowd roaring.
Yeah.
It's great.
You know, sometimes during a game I try to yell at you guys so hard, and I'm almost out to the numbers, and I'm trying to yell of something to do to move, get wider, and you're just looking at me and like you have no idea. And I'm like, how can it be that I am right here and I'm screaming as loud as I can, and you guys don't know what I'm saying? You know, and it's a weird situation when you feel like it could result in a big play for the other team. If I could just get you to hear me, or Coach Eckel, I know feels that same way if we're saying something, but you can't hear us. It's like, I wish we had more than 3 timeouts. But anyway, no, that's great. So the last thing I'm going to tell, and I'm just going to tell you guys this, and I'm super proud of you guys. My favorite thing we do is the after the game, where you guys, you know, some games is more than others, but you guys pick out another player on the opposing team to go talk to. And Tristan, I'm going to put you on the spot, but tell me about you and Jude Voto at Hulbert. Kind of what happened after the game.
Okay, yeah, so I decided to bring Jude Voto with me just because I thought it was important to pass it down to some of the freshmen on our team of, you know, what we do whenever we talk to people, like what we say. And so I brought him with us and went up, talked to him, you know, said he did a great job during the game, played against them. I always try to pick someone I play against, and he did a pretty good job at line, you know, washing me down a few times. But I just asked him about how his relationship with Christ was, and he told me that he'd been to church a few times, but he'd never really been like serious about his relationship with Christ. And I talked to him about who Christ was and how he loves them, and just like how he cares about them, how much he cares about every single person. And he said that that really impacted him, and he gave his life on the field. And I got to give him one of our Bibles. FCA brings us Bibles so we can give them. So I put my phone number inside of it, put my name, prayed the prayer on the field. And afterwards, I even got to talk to his dad about it.
That's
and
awesome.
so that was just really amazing. Had something, you know, similar happen last year, but just being able to make that sort of impact on the field is, you know, something I'll always remember. I'll remember tackles, I'll remember first downs, but that's another something I'll remember.
Well, and you guys do. You bring the eternal to the temporal of the game. We love the game of football, but you guys have that opportunity to worship in the way you play, and then to have an eternal impact for the kingdom after the game, potentially. And it doesn't always happen. That story is incredible, and we'll go a game and nothing like that happens. But when you guys are diligent about that, and you make it a priority, I think it's a really cool deal. So thank y'all for doing that. Now, let me go ahead and probably get off here. But anybody, y'all have anything you want to say? Anything just as a senior player, second round playoff game? Anything you've thought of? Or you're sitting here.
We appreciate all the support, all the fans, all the sponsors. We really couldn't do it without you guys, and I mean, our facilities are amazing. So everyone that comes to play us, they think it's like a college campus. So thank you guys for all the support and love that you give us.
Thank you. No, it's good. Anybody else?
I'm good.
You good? Okay. Well, guys, appreciate it. Let's keep this going, and let's have a great week. Back to practice tomorrow. You guys got to be at school on time. You can't say you were at B-Dubs with Coach Marley last night. It's 8:20, so you're good. You're going to be at home in time. All right. Dang. Okay. Well, we're going to go and take a short break, and the 12th man. We're going to take a break, right? We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
All right, well, welcome back. That was awesome. Great job. I don't even know what I'm doing up here with. This guy, he can run his own show here.
They're good young men.
Yes, they are.
They make us look good on the football field, and they make us look good when we're hosting a show.
Yeah, exactly. And it says a lot about them when they say their favorite, just like when Tristan was saying that the favorite thing is talking to the guys after the show or after the game, that's the most important thing. Yeah. I loved his statement. You're going to forget about the tackles, you're going to forget about the plays, but you'll never forget that time that you brought somebody to Christ. That you just changed somebody's life there, and so just
their eternity.
Yeah, absolutely.
The season was worth it for that one moment.
100%. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, folks, I shouldn't even have to encourage you to be there Friday night.
If you can't get excited about this, you need to check yourself. That's right.
That's right. If you can't get on fire for this, your wood's all wet. You need to get there early. You need to be loud and early, and you need to be loud all night long. As you heard these guys, they feed off of it. They just told you they feed off of it. And Coach Marley was saying, sometimes it gets so loud they can't even hear him talk or trying to yell in there because you guys are so loud. Don't let up on that, especially as we keep going on into these playoffs. The seniors, like I say, they know that the 12th man is on their back. They've got you guys, the 12th man, have got these guys, and it makes a huge difference in the game. The louder you are, the more it pumps them up. And it's also it impacts the other team too.
Because, I guarantee you it does.
Yes.
I guarantee you it does.
They're thinking, oh my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into here? You just need to be as rowdy as you can be, and that's why it's just such a huge reason. And it's such an advantage to be at your home field. That's why you work so hard to get those first two playoff games, because you get to play at home, and so. That's exactly what you guys need to be doing. You need to be there early and get out there at 5:30. We're going to have another 12th man tailgate. It's the 12th man round 2 playoff tailgate party. It's going to be on the west side of the Gibbs again, the facility there, from 5:30 to 6:30. There's going to be free. This ought to be good enough to get you out there at 5:30. Free Nathan's hot dogs. No, you can't partake. Free Nathan's hot dogs, all the fixings, chips, a drink, and a snack while supplies last. So you better get out there at 5:30 because they did run out last week because they can only have so much food. So just make sure you get out there. There's going to be performances by the Rejoice Band and the cheer. And then the 12th man flight crew. That's the guys. That's the people you see walking around, guys and girls, in their striped coveralls. They'll be there handing out giveaways. There's going to be some free giveaways. They'll be handing those out. And they're also looking for, because this doesn't happen for free. Somebody is pumping money into this thing. So they're looking for some corporate sponsors to step up and help them continue to feed the fans for the rest of this season and next season. So there's like 3 games left. They would love for somebody to step up and be able to do that. There'll be QR codes that'll be available on the tailgate or at the tailgate for anybody that is interested in helping out to help build the 12th man. Because right now, I'm not sure that there's a better 12th man in all of the state of Oklahoma.
It's exciting, and like watching it last Friday night, watching the boys out on the field as they're warming up, they could experience what was going on. But again, for me, one of the most classic things was watching the folks coming in from Morrison as they're going across right by where the 12th man is at, trying to get to the visitor side of the stadium. They could see it all going on,
right? And
that's exactly that. This and the Morrison team was seeing it too. This is, they know they're in an exciting environment, and I think it really does help the boys a lot get ready for the game.
Well, we appreciate Amy, Kent spearheading this and all her crew that helps her. And if you weren't there last week and you missed Drew Nichols getting the crowd fired up beforehand, let me tell you, you missed something.
I was ready to play.
Yeah, that's right. We're ready to go put on some pads. I wonder if they got some extra pads in there because, you could just tell he was passionate about what he believed in. You need to be there just to hear that. I'm going to put the pressure on him because he's going to be doing the same thing, getting the crowd fire up. There should only be standing room only crowd. There shouldn't be a seat left in the house, and you should have to be elbow to elbow trying to get a spot on the fence all the way around there. So Mark, any final thoughts?
Nope. This is what everybody lives for. I mean, it's the culmination of the season, right? It's coming down to these games, and this is where everything. It means it all right here. It's win or go home. Bring everything. Bring your best and do your best. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Coach Marley, last thoughts?
Just got to have a really good practice tomorrow.
That's a good place to start right there.
Yeah, starts with the practice tomorrow. It should be a beautiful night. Rain's going to clear out by the time the game starts. It might rain like early Friday morning, but it's supposed to be just a gorgeous night, great night for football. Again, get out there and support all these guys you saw up here and the rest of the team, because they love it when you're out there and you're on their side and you're cheering for them. And so we want you to be out there Friday night. There's not a whole lot more to say except to help bring this team to victory and advance to wherever we're going to be in the semis, but you got to take care of Friday night first. So until Friday night, for my wingman, Mark Kirk, for Coach Brent Marley, our engineer, Todd Whitten, and all the seniors you saw up here, and until Friday night, I'm Bill Bush saying good night, God bless, and go Eagles.